Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Ayushi Paliwal from University of Delhi. So students, today we are going to discuss about the module Metal Semiconductor Field Effect Transistor MESFET from the paper Semiconductor Materials and Devices. So students, let us see what we are going to learn in this module. First, the schematic and the fabrication of MESFET will be discussed. Second, the operation of MESFET, that is the enhancement mode, which is normally off, and the depletion mode, normally on, modes of MESFET will be discussed. Third, we will study the IV characteristics along with their advantages and disadvantages. Lastly, we will study the small signal equivalent circuit model. So let us start with a basic introduction about the module. Three-terminal devices such as MESFETs, they are unipolar, that is, they use only one type of carrier. This makes the optimization easier than if two types of carriers have to be considered. So, most of the materials used in three-terminal devices such as gallium arsenide, indium phosphide, etc., they have high mobility compared with the silicon. A large variety of forms and applications are possible. Monolithic integration of devices on a semi-insulating substrate, it is easier to accomplish than for two-terminal devices. So the availability of three-terminal means that unidirectional amplification is possible and circulators are not usually needed. A partial list of the type of applications which have been implemented contains amplifiers, low noise and power, limiters, harmonic frequency multipliers, mixers, phase shifters and oscillators. The present day microwave three-terminal devices, of course, they have as their ancestor the bipolar transistors, which was invented in the late 1940s. So it took a long time before the transistors, they were fast enough to be useful at microwave frequencies. However, not until 1965 did germanium bipolar transistors starts to be employed at L band, that is 1 to 2 gigahertz. The idea of field effect transistor goes back to Shockley 1952, but took even longer to realize for microwave frequencies. Early field effect transistors, they had cutoff frequencies which were inferior to those of bipolars. For example, the first microwave FET using gallium arsenide was reported in 1968 and had a maximum oscillation frequency of around 3 GHz. But already in 1970s, Drangett et al. Had developed a gallium AB FET with the maximum frequency of around 30 MHz, which far surpassed the performance of silicon bipolar devices. Since that time, oscillation has been observed above 100 GHz and noise figure of gallium arsenide. FETs, they have been shown to be superior at essentially all microwave frequencies. It is now mainly the FET, a development of the 1980s, which can compete in terms of noise figure. Schematic of MESFET. Metal semiconductor field effect transistor is MESFET, and the figure over here shows the schematic diagram of MESFET. MESFET consists of a thin layer of N-type semiconductor on a semi-infinite substrate. So ohmic metal contacts, they are provided at the two ends of N-type semiconductor to serve as the source and the drain. So a Schottky metal contact is also with the semiconducting layer to act as the gate as shown in this figure. So carrier flow across the channel, that is N-type layer, from source to drain. Thickness of the channel is controlled by variation in the depletion region underneath the metal gate. This can vary the current between the source and the drain. Let us now discuss the fabrication of MESFET. So students, the figure on the right hand side shows the process steps used for the fabrication of a MESFET. So this figure summarizes the processes starting from the initial gallium arsenide wafer and the ending with the final device. An important process of the MESFET fabrication process is the mask and the wafer alignment and then the exposure. So a special technique is used to make sure of the alignment of all of the dies on the wafer is the split field alignment. This technique allows us to view two different sites at a time and align them. So in the case of JFET, channel conductance is there with no biasing and source is not isolated from the drain. Thus, channel is available for the conduction of electrons, and this device is normally on device or depletion mode device. But in the case of MESFET, it is possible to design the device with both normally on and normally off features. Let us now discuss the operation of MESFET and start with the enhancement mode normally off MESFET. So enhancement mode, the width of depletion region in N-type semiconductor underneath the Schottky contact is wide enough without applied voltage, which can pinch off the channel as shown in the figure. So in enhancement mode, the thickness T of N-type semiconducting, that is N gallium arsenide layer, is less than the width A of depletion region due to Schottky contact. Thus, MESFET is considered naturally off and it can say to be as in the off state in enhancement mode. So when some positive bias voltage, that is Vt greater than 0, is applied across the gate with respect to the source, Schottky diode becomes forward bias and the width of depletion region starts reducing. This results in the opening of the channel for the flow of charge carriers and make the channel conducting. Hence, a large drain current ID greater than 0 can flow for the applied positive bias at drain current as shown in the next figure. So the last figure shows the IV characteristics, that is the variation between ID and VD for a fixed value of VG. Depletion mode normally on. So if the width A of the depletion region in the N-type semiconductor underneath the Schottky gate does not extend to the entire thickness T of the P-type substrate, the MESFET is in depletion mode as shown in this figure. Here, depletion width A is less than T, thickness of N-type layer. So under thermal equilibrium condition, the channel is always available for the flow of charge carriers. Thus, when the gate to source voltage is not applied, the MESFET becomes conductive or in the on state. So, to switch off the MESFET, a negative voltage VT less than 0 is required at the gate with respect to the source. The negative applied voltage at the gate makes Schottky diode in reverse bias configuration and resulting in an increase in the depletion width such that it pinches off the channel as shown in the next figure. Thus, drain current ID flows when VG is greater than equal to VTH and becomes 0 for VG equal to VTH where VT is less than 0. So now here also the curve between the ID and VD is shown over here where the VG is starting from 0 volt and then continuously it is varying towards the negative side. IV characteristics. The source is grounded and acts as a reference voltage, that is 0, for MESFET device. The drain is kept at a positive voltage with respect to the source. The metal gate, which is in reverse biased mode with N-type semiconductor, forms a Schottky diode. So there is no gate current except for some leakage current in small amount. The applied gate voltage can modulate the depletion width, due to which the conductivity of the channel is modulated. So when the drain VD is kept small, the depletion width, that is chi depletion in the channel, can be calculated from the Schottky diode theory as explained as, that is chi depletion equal to the root of 2 epsilon SC divided by QVD multiplied by Vi minus Vg, where Vi is the potential barrier on the semiconductor side at Schottky diode, Nd is the concentration of donor impurity in N-type semiconductor, and epsilon Sc is the permittivity of the semiconductor. So at threshold voltage, that is Vg equal to Vth, the width of the depletion region, that is chi depletion equal to A. So using this equation 1, the previous equation, the threshold voltage could be estimated as Vth equal to Vi minus Qnd A square by 2 epsilon Sc. So this threshold voltage can be either negative or positive which depends upon the thickness of the N-type semiconducting layer, the doping concentration Nd, or the metal which is used to form the Schottky gate. So for positive threshold voltage, the MESFET is in enhancement mode, and for negative value of threshold voltage VTH, it is in depletion mode. So students, the figure over here shows the variation of drain current ID as a function of gate voltage VG and drain voltage VD in both the enhancement and depletion modes. Since the channel provides resistance to the flow of charge carriers from source to drain, it gives rise to a major potential drop along the channel. So consider VD is the applied drain voltage with respect to the source, and Vy is the voltage at any point Y from the source in the channel. So the applied voltage is uniformly distributed in the channel and varying from V at Y equal to 0 equal to Vs equal to 0 at the source to V at Y equal to L equal to Vd at the drain. So in every section located vertically at a position Y, the reverse bias across the Schottky junction is equal to Vg minus Vy, due to which the depletion width varies as a function of Y. So the depletion width will be X depletion as a function of Y equal to root of 2 epsilon Sc by Qnd multiplied by Vi minus Vg plus V as a function of Y. Consider a small element dy of the channel which offers a small resistance dr to the drain current Id. Then the drain current is estimated by integrating Ohm's law from source to drain. That is dV equal to Id dr equal to Id multiplied by dy divided by Q mu Nd W multiplied by A minus X depletion as a function of Y, where W is the width of the device and dV is the voltage drop across the small element dy of the channel. So now replacing X depletion from equation 3 in equation 4 and integrating, and after rearranging we get Q mu Nd multiplied by W multiplied by integral 0 to Vd over A minus root of 2 epsilon Sc divided by Qnd multiplied by Vy plus Vi minus Vg multiplied by dV equal to Id integral 0 to L dy. So Id is equal to G naught multiplied by Vd minus numerator 2 Vd plus Vi minus Vg to the power 3 by 2 minus Vi minus Vg to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 root of Vp, where G naught equal to Q mu Nd W A divided by L and Vp equal to Qnd A square by 2 epsilon Sc. So these equations hold if Vd is small and channel is not pinched off. It may be noted from the above equation that Id increases with increasing Vd for a fixed value of Vg. So the saturation value of the drain current, that is Id equal to Id saturation, occurs when X depletion equal to A. at which point VD equal to VD saturation equal to Vp minus Vi plus Vg. And the drain saturation current could be estimated by replacing Vd by the saturation drain voltage in equation 7. We get ID saturation equal to G naught multiplied by Vp by 3 plus 2 multiplied by Vi minus Vg to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 root of Vp minus Vi plus Vg. So the drain saturation current is independent of applied drain voltage, and the transconductance in saturation region is given by Gm equal to delta ID by delta Vg for a constant Vd equal to G naught multiplied by 1 minus root of Vi minus Vg by Vp bracket close. So students, let us now discuss the advantages and disadvantages of MESFET. MESFET has advantages over MOSFET that the carriers have higher mobility in the channel. Their mobility is less than half of the mobility of bulk counter material, as the charge carriers are situated in the inversion layer which extends into the oxide layer. However, as the depletion region starts separating the charge carriers from the surface, their mobility starts increasing and approaches to bulk material, which leads to increase in the current, transconductance and transit frequency of the MESFET. So the presence of Schottky metal gate limits the forward bias voltage on the gate to the turn-on voltage of the Schottky diode, which is the disadvantage of MESFET structure. So the value of this turn-on voltage for gallium arsenide Schottky diode is around 0.7 volts, and the threshold voltage should be lower than the turn-on voltage.